Hello guys and welcome back to my DVD collection video series. This part is part 13, just recently done part 12. Part 12 was all about the Carry On movies. Well, some of them, because a few of them I did do in my other video, but I forgot to mention in the last video that I got Carry On screaming twice for some reason. First in this box, I've got one of my favourite TV series of all time, Red Dwarf. This is all of them. So series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all the series of Red Dwarf. All the classic original series of Red Dwarf. Yeah, this is very good. If you've never seen Red Dwarf, I recommend it. There is an American Red Dwarf, but they only did a few pilots, and from what I've seen is rubbish. Because the British Red Dwarf is a lot better. After season 8 of Red Dwarf, I have Back to Earth. This is very good when they brought Red Dwarf back for the first time in a long time. And after Red Dwarf Back to Earth, I have Red Dwarf X. I don't have the other two seasons of Red Dwarf after this season. Also to do with Red Dwarf, I have Red Dwarf Beat the Geek, which is basically a little quiz thing you can do where you can if you know your trivia in Red Dwarf, you'll be very good at this. Red Dwarf Beat the Geek. And also Just the Smegs, which is Just the Smegs. It's basically both episodes of Red Dwarf Just the Smegs. Basically, if you know what Just the Smegs are basically all the outtakes from the series of Red Dwarf. Right. Right, next I have a whole lot of DVDs by a certain actor, which not a lot of people like this actor, but this actor does have his fans and he does have his haters, but I'm one of his fans. So first we have Adam Sandler. This is Saturday Night Live. This is Best of Adam Sandler. There's all these sketches from the Saturday Night Live. Next in my Adam Sandler collection, I have Adam Sandler's very first movie, Going Overboard. Going Overboard is nothing really special, but it's okay movie. Okay, movie. Now you have one of my favourite movies of his, Billy Madison. I really enjoyed watching Billy Madison. Now we have his first movie that stars Drew Barrymore. Definitely like Drew Barrymore in her movies, and he's very good when it comes to appearing in Adam Sandler movies. So there's the Wedding Singer is very good. It's about him being a wedding singer. Next we have another one of his good movies, which is Waterboy, which is about Adam Sandler's character who works for the football team as the Waterboy. The wrestler The Big Show appears in this movie. Next, in my Adam Sandler movies, we have Big Daddy. Big Daddy's a good one where he has to look after this kid. Can't remember if it's his son or his sister's son. I don't remember, but he has to look after this kid. With the kid who appears in Friends. Next, Little Nicky. A lot of people don't like Little Nicky, but I did. Little Nicky. Next I have the remake of Mr. Deeds. Yes, this is a remake. I didn't know that when I watched it. Still haven't seen the original Mr. Deeds. One of my all-time favourite movies by Adam Sandler, which is Happy Gilmore. You can see it, yeah, Happy Gilmore. For those of you who've never seen this, I recommend watching Happy Gilmore. Very good. There's a few things I don't like about it, like the fact that this bloke here is meant to have one hand, and that hand there is meant to be fake, but you can clearly see it's not. Anger management. I must say that Adam Sandler really plays a good role when he's angry. he does has that very good thing about him when he's angry. With Jack Nicholson in this one film. Now we have another one of my favourite Adam Sandler movies. He's got stuck because the stickers on him. Another one of my favourite Adam Sandler movies. The second one he's ever appeared in with Drew Barrymore, 51st Dates. It's about him meeting that lady played by Drew Barrymore, who she has a tragic accident and it causes her to only remember. It causes her only to remember the day before her accident, or the day of her accident, and she doesn't know she had an accident. And every time she goes to sleep and she wakes up, she has a different. She relives the same day. So every time he meets her, he has to get used to introducing himself as who he is again to her. I really like that movie. And then next we have Spanglish or Spanglish, which is about a maid who learns to speak English. Where it's about, I can't remember. I can't say that one. Now we have the remake of Longest Yard. Yes, it's a remake or it's a continuation. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember now. But Burt Reynolds appears in both, so it may just be a continuation. This one has a few wrestlers in. Don't include this one. Now we have one of my favourite Adam Sandler movies, which is Click. It's about him finding the universal remote, and he can pause time and rewind time and fast forward time. So there's that one. Next I have I Pronounce You, Chuck and Larry. I think this is the first one he appears in with Kevin James as Kevin James in. I'm not 100% sure, but there's I Pronounce You, Chuck and Larry, which is about Chuck and Larry who are firefighters. So there's Chuck and Larry. Next I have Don't Mess with the Sohan. This is a very good one as well. Don't Mess with the Sohan. Bedtime Stories. I liked Bedtime Stories, but I thought it could have been better. And there's that. Bedtime Stories. Funny People, which people say is one of Adam Sandler's best movies, but couldn't tell you on that one. There's Funny People. Next we have Grown Ups. I liked the first Grown Ups. I have got the second one because I showed it in a previous video, and I don't know if the second one is any good as well because the first one is. That was good. Next we have Just Go With It, starring Jennifer Aniston. Can't remember much about this movie. Next we have another movie with Drew Barrymore in, Blended. But Blended isn't as good as the other two that she appears in with him. And there is the funny bit I felt fun. The thing that I found funny about this movie is the bit with is how Terry Crews is in this movie and what he does. It's quite funny because Terry Crews is generally a funny person anyway. Next we have the very first Hotel Transylvania. I've only seen the first one, not the second one or the third one. So there's Hotel Transylvania. I didn't think Hotel Transylvania was as good as everyone says it is. But it's still good. It's still good in my opinion, but I just don't think it's as good as everyone says it is. And Pixels, people hated Pixels, but I actually liked Pixels. It's not as bad as people say it is. So if you're willing to give it a go, and you think people are saying it's bad, but you're not 100%, you don't really know, I say watch it because you may end up liking it. There's going to be a jump cut because I'm going to sort them out, and then I'll be showing you more DVDs. Next in my collection, we have the Benny Hill show. This is complete, two complete episodes of the hit. There's a hit television show, so it's basically the 2 episodes. Yeah, basically the 2 episodes of Benny Hill. Next we have 2 movies and two movies. One's the first one, Paul Blart Mall Cop with Kevin James, who appears in the Adam Sandler movies, a few of them, and I really like the first one of these Paul Blarts, but the second one wasn't as good as the first one. But I still got the second one. The second one was okay, just that the first one was better. Next we have one of my favourite movies of all time, Sin City. Really enjoyed watching Sin City. The sequel to this, Sin City 2, is not as good as the first one. Really like this because it's got Bruce Willis in, one of my favourites in. Next we have Kill Bill Volume 1 and Kill Bill Volume 2. People may disagree with me, but I think Volume 1 was a lot better than Volume 2. People may say that Volume 2 is better, but I say Volume 1 is better. Actually, a lot of people may say Volume 1 is better, actually. Really enjoyed watching the Kill Bill movie. These are probably Uma Thurman's best movie roles she's ever appeared in. They was supposed to be making a third one, but Quentin Tarantino isn't 100% sure on if he wants to make a third one or not. Which, if they do make a third one, wouldn't it be about that little girl in the first one? And also, there is a theory that, spoiler alert, there is a theory that Bill actually doesn't die at the end of the second movie. Now we have 2 more Quentin Tarantino movies, Inglourious Beeps. Yes, Inglourious Beeps, I'm not saying that word. This is an okay movie. I'm not gonna say much about it. I watched it once, and I thought too many subtitles, and why couldn't they have just said they're talking German? I know it's set in Germany and all, but they could have just spoke English. No, this is a brilliant movie, Pulp Fiction. Really brilliant, Pulp Fiction. No, this is another one of Uma Thurman's good movie, one of her good movies. It's to me, it's between her role in as the bride in Kill Bill movie and her role in Pulp Fiction. That's her best roles. Pulp Fiction. So I really enjoy Pulp Fiction. If you never seen Pulp Fiction and you wanted to try it, I'm gonna say try it. Give it a go. It's very good. Yeah, very good movie. Pulp Fiction is. Now we have Harry Hill, who's one of my favourite comedians. Harry Hill. Sorry, this is Harry Hill. Sausage Time. This isn't his best stand-up, because his best stand-up is Harry Hill in Hoofs, which I got in Hoofs somewhere. And also, I got Best of TV Burp Gold 2. I think I've got the first one. I'm not 100% sure on this one, but somewhere I should have the first one. That's basically just all the best bits from certain seasons of Harry Hill's TV Burp. If you've never watched TV Burp, then I'd recommend looking up TV Burp on YouTube. Basically, it shows you clips from different TV shows on the time, and Harry Hill gives a funny take on them. And the Harry Hill movie, I don't know how people feel about this movie. But I did like the movie. I did like this movie. Now we have a movie that I liked when I was younger, and I thought when I rewatched it, I thought it was still good, but I don't think I like it as much as I did back then. Thunderpants with Rupert Grint in from the Harry Potter series. If you've never seen this and you want to see more of the movies with the cast of Harry Potter, that what else I did, this is. It's also got a few others you may recognise in, like Simon Callow and Stephen Fry. Which one is he? Can't tell now. Yeah, that one there, Stephen Fry. Next we have some Muppet movies. We have the new Muppet movie. I really liked the new Muppet movie. And something I just realised that I showed in the previous video was Muppets Take Manhattan. And that was this one that I showed, but I've just gone for this box and found out that I've already got Muppets Take Manhattan. But different covers. Different covers. Yeah, different cover. Now in here, I have clockwise. Oh, clockwise, I think, which is a very good movie with I forgot his name. John Cleese. That's it. With John Cleese in. John Cleese. So very good movie. It's about him trying to get to this place on time, but he can't quite make it there on time. And we have the RoboCop trilogy, which is in a thick case. It looks like a VHS case, but it's not. So we have the RoboCop 1, RoboCop 2, RoboCop 3. The RoboCop 1 and 2 is not as good as the first one, but the second one's good, in my opinion. The third one was okay, and the first one is the best one. People seem to take these movies too seriously when they first came out, because Paul Verhoeven doesn't really make serious movies, does he? Well, 100% serious movies, I mean. So, there you go, there's the Swingers. And then in my previous video, I showed that I have the 2-disc version of Swingers, and this is the 1-disc version of Swingers. Can't say much about Swingers because I haven't seen it. It's in here because I put it out of the way because I don't need 2 versions out for the same movie. First, here we have the first Kick-Ass. Really like the first Kick-Ass, and in my previous video I did show, or one of my previous videos, I mean, I did show the Kick-Ass 2. Never seen Kick-Ass 2, I've only seen the first one. First one was very good. They are planning to reboot this franchise soon. Now we have one of our favourite TV shows. We have Summer Heights High. This is basically where you see these. Basically, you follow these 3 characters in the school, and this is actually he did. I forgot the guy's name. The bloke who plays these characters. Chris Lilly. That's it. It says there. Chris Lilly here. He did other programs before. He did before this. He did We Are Heroes, and I forgot her name, but she there appears in. His character here appears in the other We Are Heroes. And my favourite character is Jonah. There is more series after this. They did. Well, they didn't do more Summer Heights High, but they did other shows with those characters. They still haven't done, far as I know, a Mr. G show, which I would like to see a Mr. G separately, because the other 2 characters have had their own shows, so I'd like to see Mr. G. Here we have Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Very weird, trippy movie about a real life person. I forgot his name, but the person he plays in this movie is a real life Johnny Depp plays, and Johnny Depp knew the bloke who he plays in the movie. Hunter S. Thompson, I'm thinking about. Just Johnny Depp and Hunter S. Thompson used to be roommates. They used to live together, so Hunter S. Thompson. It's about Hunter Thompson, and it's basically based on him. I say Johnny Depp is the best person to play Hunter S. Thompson, because if you know that person in real life, you're best off playing him. Here we have a good movie, Uncle Buck, about a character played by John Candy here, who's he's the uncle, and he comes to stay. Here we have Hong Kong Phooey, Volume 1 of Hong Kong Phooey, which is very good. It's a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. If you like your things like your other kinds by Hanna-Barbera and you've never seen Hong Kong Phooey, then I would recommend Hong Kong Phooey. Even if you haven't seen any even if you haven't seen any Hanna-Barbera cartoons, then I recommend Hong Kong Phooey anyway. Now we have the original It. This is it's the movie. Well, it's not really a movie, is it? It's like the mini TV series put all together into one complete. Now I have 2 copies of Shaun of the Dead. That's the one that works. That's the one that doesn't work. I may have a 3rd copy of Shaun of the Dead somewhere because I think I've accidentally bought one by accident and I forgot that I already had. And now we have 2 good movies. The second one, well, the prequel isn't as good as the original. But here we have one of my favourites. We have Monsters Inc. Probably my favourite Pixar movie out of the whole lot of Pixar movies. And there's Monsters Inc. Monsters University. University raises a few questions about the first movie, like the line where they were in kindergarten together, and the bit with the Yeti, because but the Bomb Snowman, because he gets vanished, and in Monsters Inc. they don't know him. He doesn't know who they are, even though they met already. And thanks for watching this part. In the next part will be another short video because I'm only going to do Bruce Willis a lot in the next part. So thanks for watching.